Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We have spoken in the past of the generosity of those in Ardenwold, the zone that keeps on giving. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the zone that is all about making us work for our redemption, or, in this case, our mounts. It's time to face the Sundancer. Now, first up, I do want to say that I did this today, just before recording this voiceover, so it's the 22nd of the 1st, 2021. The reason I say that is, this is after the hotfix that everybody has said basically makes this mount a guaranteed drop. I wasn't convinced, as I've got friends on my friends list, funnily enough, that have said otherwise, so I thought, hell, I'm up for a challenge, let's do this, let's go and see who is right. Spoiler alert, as you can tell from the beginning of the intro of this video, yeah, it's not 100% even if you are the summoner of Sundancer. But that is jumping ahead of ourselves. First, let's see what we need to do to actually summon Sundancer. Now first up, Sundancer is located to the very south of Bastion, flying just off the southern tip. Now beware, if you're a demon hunter or goblin guider player, you may think, I could just jump on the back of that one. No. You can't summon this mount unless you're using both of the buffs. These are the Sundancer's Blessing and the Skystrider Glider. Now, the Blessing is easy enough to gain. All that is required is for you to interact with the Ancient Memorial. This is located at 6093. Side note, this is also the location where, once you have air gradations defeated or captured Sundancer, the Sundancer actually land so that you can commence the fighting. So if you happen to have some friends along with you, just let them stand here while you go off and do your biz to reach Sundancer. So that was easy enough. But the next part is another matter. Now the easiest way to gain the Skystrider Glider is to purchase one from the auction house. But be prepared, this is not going to be cheap. On our server, it's about 14,000 gold, but I have seen others comment that it's going all the way up to 200,000 gold on their server. There is a reason for this. But bear in mind, this is a one-use item, and the mount is not 100% drop chance. So yeah, this can start adding up in terms of gold spent. So Grim, I hear you cry. What is the long route to us gaining this glider? Well, first up, you're going to need a character that is in the Kyrian Covenant. Then you need to upgrade the Trial of the Ascension scenario all the way to level 4. Wondering what that's going to require? Well, try about 12,500 anima. Think you're done there, my friend? Oh no. You would then need to complete the Trial of the Ascension scenario quest all the way up until you face Celestian. My pronunciation is going to be wrong, so I'm just going to put the name of the NPC on the screen for you. There you go. In the Trial of Wisdom. Pause for breath, and once defeated, you will obtain the Blueprint Skystrider Glider. Now this requires Ascension crafting. So as you can see, A, why the price is so high at the moment, and B, you can see that this is going to take a long time, especially if you're starting from scratch. Okay then. By hook or by crook, by whatever means, you have your Skystrider Glider. You have made it all the way to 6093 in Bastion. You have clicked upon the Ancient Memorial and received the Sundancer's Blessing. This lasts 30 minutes. On your way to the memorial, you should be able to see Sundancer flying majestically in the distance, which will give you a good hint that the rare is up. If that's the case, you want to head back to the cliffs, about 60, 82, something like that. You basically want to be high up above where Sundancer is going to be flying. Once there, give yourself a second just to watch the pathing that Sundancer is going to take, because this is a one-shot opportunity. The glider for this rare, I will say, is a little bit more forgiving. It kind of turns you into a Kyrian with the wings. I thought I had messed this up a number of times. You can see this is really not clean, but I was still able to, because we'd started jumping from so high up, still get round enough to click on the mob. Once you do manage to click on Sundancer, you will receive an extra action button. Spam this for all you are worth. The idea is that you are calming Sundancer down, and once calm, Sundancer will turn into a friendly NPC and fly you majestically back to the memorial, where Sundancer will then stand before you as a friendly NPC. When that happens, You can interact and challenge Sundancer. This means, as you would expect, Sundancer will then turn hostile, and this is the last part. Now, Sundancer has a couple of abilities that I can imagine would be a pain if you are not suitably geared. Sundancer has like over 500,000 health solo. So if you're like me, I'm 197 at the moment on this Blood DK. But if I imagine any class that's sort of sub eye level 200, and you're not sort of got a pet or something like that, that this could take a while to get down below 10% and could be a real pain. Main things to watch out for are Judge the Penitents. Sundancer judges a soul. Unrepentant souls are burnt for X fire damage every 1.5 seconds over 12 seconds. Searing Proximity. Burn the unworthy, there's a theme here, who come too close, inflicting X fire damage to enemies within 30 yards every 3 seconds. Shattered Psyche, this is the big one. Next 5 damaging abilities inflict Shattered Psyche, dealing X shadow damage and increasing the target's damage taken from Shattered Psyche by 1%. This stacks 25 times. Basically, you kind of have a soft enrage. If you don't do this quick enough, you're just going to start taking a lot of damage. I will say, as you can see here, there was nothing. I didn't really stress on the Blood DK. It just took a long time. But finally, there is one more ability. Sun Fury. Increases the caster's attack speed by 30% for 20 seconds. Causes the caster to inflict 30% more physical damage. And that's it. Should you manage to deal with all of these once Sundancer hits 10%, you'll exit combat, bow, pay you of course the due respects as the hero you are, and then you will receive your just rewards. Yes. 35 anima. Fist bump. Of course, I mean, some of you out there may have wanted the mount, but, you know, each to their own. Now, I will say at this point, I do have a ticket currently in with Blizzard. So if I get a response within the next 80 days that shines some light on whether this is meant to be a 100% drop chance or just illuminates us a little bit as to what's going on here, I will post it in the comments down below. Last of all, before I go, there is of course the third option. Look to see if there is a Sundancer group up in LFG. That way you can just stand at the memorial and let someone else do all the work, pay out all the gold, or spend all the anima. I, for one, have logged out my DK next to the memorial so I can log back in and check every now and again to see if there's a group up. I know this may not be in the spirit of the mount hunting kind of ideals that we're going for, but given the alternatives, which are Kyrian Covenant and a lot of anima spent, or, if you're really unlucky, like I tend to be, a hell of a lot of gold spent, maybe joining a group just might be the smarter play. However you do it, I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope you get this mount because it is fantastic looking. Thank you all for watching, stay safe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.